Elijah wasn't participating in school and he wasn't reading at all. He was just convinced he was never going to be able to read and he was never going to succeed. The ABC program builds on a foundation of a child being able to read. That's the key ability that we have that everything else is built on top of. If you can't read, there's really not much else you can learn in life.
Just one person and one dog is in a quiet, calm room just helps them focus, so they're not afraid to try. If they don't get a word right, nothing's going to happen to you. It's going to be okay.
Small.
That's so good.
I can't even describe what it does when a kid who's nervous can just sit and touch a dog that makes them feel calm.
The unconditional love that a pet can give helps children learn because it helps them feel comfortable.
He helps me feel like happy and not shy. Fish on
That one's in
the tree.
Once Elijah started being successful at anything that was associated with reading, he was just much more comfortable with taking a chance.
I've seen a lot of growth in him after he started working with Angus. He was just more calm, more confident, and more willing to try.
We play all day.
Very good.
And I remember very clearly, he read that whole page by himself and he jumped up and down and high-fived me and then he read it to the dog. And that was a breakthrough day because I think that was the day that he realized I should just try. There's no downside to getting it wrong.
They call me Pop.
And at the end of our time together, the last book that I brought was a dinosaur book. And I thought, I don't know if this is gonna work because it's awfully complicated. And so I opened it and on the front page was the names of the various dinosaurs. And he ran down all the names.
Danny loved dinosaurs. He wished he had one. I'm sorry, they are not real, said Danny. It would be nice to play with a dinosaur. Elijah.
That's awesome. I worried about him a lot in the beginning. How does a kid who can't read at all survive in the world? What kind of job do you get? How do you support yourself? I think he would have absolutely slipped through the cracks if he had never learned to read. And now I don't worry about that. He's going to find his way.
Who knows what he'll be in the future, like where he'll end up, but it'll definitely be more positive than it would have been had he not been involved with Gabriel's Angels.
I'll say thank you and say thank you for reading. Thank you for helping me reading.
My name is John Fields. I've been working as a therapy team for 3 years with Bo. When we got here, Angela, the social worker, had told me, she said, I've got 2 little boys in the group, and she goes, I've been trying for a couple months to try and get them to talk. She goes, they don't want to go out, they don't want to go do anything with anybody, they're just totally withdrawn.
Before the children got involved in this program, they weren't as excited about participating. Sometimes the anxiety that these children experience is so severe that they don't even want to come to school. But if they're not able to regulate their emotions, if they're not feeling safe, then they're not going to grow academically.
The kids have maybe not interacted with anybody for months, and within a few minutes of just hanging out with Bo, they're talking and interacting at least with him, maybe with other kids. I don't know, there's magic in the dogs.
Now when they see Bo, it's just, they're ready to go. It's just a night and day difference in the kids.
Every day I'm telling my teacher, when am I going?
I would say that having him there gives them more of a sense of security, that if something goes wrong, they could wrap their arm around him, they could hug him, they could lay with him. The kids can feel at ease with him. They don't feel like their dog's gonna talk back to them and say, no, you can't do that, or that's wrong, or whatever. It's like, that's what you want to do with me? As long as you pay attention to me, I'm good.
He is very nice, and he is very cute, and he's like a good friend.
Bo has helped them to kind of come out of that shell and be able to say things that normally they wouldn't. I wish we could have Bo or somebody like Bo every single day here.
I think just knowing that you can make a difference in somebody's life and get them started on the right foot and get that foundation, as you say, started, and everything else can be built up above that and rebuilt if you have to, but you screw up that foundation and your house is ruined.
Having seen the program and the changes that these kids have, it shows me that, you know, growth is possible, that they would be able to reach their potential, that everything that they want for themselves is achievable.
Hi, I'm Carrie Barnauskas. I'm with my dog Carmel, and we have been a pet therapy team for a little over 2 years. We do community support visits. These are sometimes just a one-off visit where a facility has contacted Gabriel's Angels. Sometimes it's for crisis comfort, sometimes it's stress relief, sometimes it's education. We were invited to a high school in Central Phoenix. This had to do with a traumatic incident that happened at the school, just to give them some comfort, some support, let them talk, let them do something to take their mind off of what the trauma was. They've looked at me with tears in their eyes and they say, "You have no idea how much I needed this today." I think that our dogs have a wonderful effect on these students. And I believe that animals can give us something that we can't get even from other people. And I think it's that non-judgmental, unconditional love. And I think as a volunteer, we never, ever know how we impact our community, but we do every day. Sorry. Even though my moments with them might be short, I feel that it can pass down. It's a domino effect. That if I can touch one student, one classroom, if they can go on and touch somebody else, then I've done my job. Or more importantly, Carmel has.